Good evening. I think you all can see my screen and hear my voice. So, what about the sound quality and the visibility? Somebody let me know.
Can hear clearly, sir.
Okay, you can see my screen as well, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sorry for the delay because I had a power cut. That means power interruption for a few minutes. That is the reason for the delay. And I have a news for you. Actually, today we had a discussion with Vice Chancellor and we had the faculty board. Actually, your semester will begin on 5th of October. 5th of October, that means next month. That is for the third years and second years. For the final years, the initially we thought to call back you by 15, but today it was decided to invite only for the first years, and your seniors will join university by 21st of September, and you will get opportunity to come to university and start begin your semester by 5th of October. That is the tentative plan that we are currently having. So till then we have to complete these things, and once you come to university, you will get a short semester. For the final years, you will get 8. For you, that will be 6 or something. So therefore, we need to cover up things as much as possible, and so the priority will be given for for the practical sessions, and so Vice Chancellor and Dean expect from us to complete almost all the theory component. Means up to 100% theory component. That is the expected level, but we will try to cover up at least 75% or something. Okay. I think this particular product programming we have started already, and this one we have started. So you can again have a look. If there are newcomers, please go through this. I had a power cut again. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Can hear.
Okay. And we will quickly go through the program we have been doing again. So this is how to represent fact. So in Prolog programming, there are facts and rules. So this is a fact. Or this is a comment. That means we starting with this percentage mark. This part will be ignored by the compiler, and this will be taken to the consideration. But remember, these are not keywords. The male, female, parent, child, these are not keywords. These are kind of user-defined functions. So user-defined knowledge. So this is Sahan is a parameter. So note that this Sahan, Vimal, Shehane all begins with lowercase letters or simple letters. That means this is a value. Once you start the word with capital letter or uppercase, that will become a variable. So therefore, if you want to assign a value to a variable or store the knowledge as it is, so you have to specify the value or the thing pass the parameter as all lowercase letters, and this is the comment. And you demark, that means you denote the end of a statement using a punctuation mark or the full stop. So I know you get the theory. So this is the yeah, we will open this with the text editor. So this is the program we have written last day. So this says Sahan is a male person, Vimal is a male person, Shehan is a female person, Mala is a female person, and this is bit complicated knowledge. Mala is a parent of Sahan. Mala is a parent of Sahan. So you can swap these, or you can interchange these parameters, and you can interpret the same meaning of the sentence or the what we call the prologue clause, but better to get familiar with one format. So for an example, this is one possible way of representing the knowledge. Mala is a parent of Sahan. Mala is the parent of Sahan. So alternatively, what you can write is so alternatively you can sub these people. Okay. So you can say, you can interpret. So this is the same fact or same knowledge, same thing. Okay. So what is the difference between these two? So in this case, Mala, the first parameter appears first. That means who is going to be with the parent appears first. In this representation, who is going to be the parent appears last or second. So both are acceptable, but depending on the format you specify or the format you follow, you need to change the query. That means once you are asking the questions, then you need to ask the question. So that you need to perform the query according to the format that you have specified, according to the format that you are used to represent the knowledge. That means if you are asking some questions, you can remember, I think, but you cannot use both. If you use both formats at in the same program, so the compiler will get confused. Therefore, be familiar with whichever the preferred format of representation or way of representing the knowledge. So this is my favorite one. So alternatively, you can use that one. Then the knowledge will be stored. Knowledge will be saved. The same knowledge will be preserved. But the thing is, when you are asking the questions from the system, or the ones you are raising queries, then you have to follow then you have to put the variables, so underscore like special characters according to the knowledge you have stored. I think you get the point. So this is the format that I am personally familiar with. So I think you can now understand the what we call the format and the other pattern that we are using to implement this Prolog program. So there are four information. Mala is a parent. Mala is a parent of Sahan. Mala is a parent of Shehani. Vimal is a parent of Sahan, and Vimal is a parent of Shehani. That means Vimal and Mala are the parents of Sahan and Shehani. So up to this point, I think it is clear. This is the static knowledge, or what we call the facts. So this is a rule. A rule means a conditional statement. Conditional statements according to the situation or according to the conditional satisfaction of the condition. Something happens. Something means what is meant by rule. Rule means kind of a regulated thing. That means if you want to satisfy if you are able to satisfy some conditions or requirements, then you will be able to obtain a particular result. In case that you are failed to satisfy these specified criteria or the requirements, you will get a different output or different result. So that is something like if-else in other conventional traditional programming languages. This is something like if X becomes a child of Y. If X becomes a child of Y, okay, then Y becomes a parent of X. So this is something if-else. If then, something like, okay. So this is this colon and this colon and dash represents this what we call something like if X is child, then child of Y, then I cannot. It is very hard to compare with this with traditional programming style. It's totally different. So because it is a unique format, so Prolog adopts a kind of a very unique format. This is what we call the list processing (LI). Earlier, the early AI programming languages were the LISP, or what we call a list processing languages. So this follows the same manner, but the thing is, this has been improved in a way that this has made very powerful using some concepts such as recursion. So I think we have practiced this. We have implemented this family tree, the simplest one in the previous day, and we have asked some questions using the query language, which is specific for what we call the Prolog. So if I want to remember this, we'll open up this with Prolog. I think we need to compile using maybe this is an additional step for the Mac users, Mac OS users. This is not required for you. That means for the Windows users. So true means that has been compiled, or link. The Prolog compiler has been linked to the file, partially compiled file. Then you can ask questions such as this. This means capital X means it's a variable. Capital X means it's a variable. This particular question means find X. Find X means find X values, matching values, where X becomes a child of Vimal, where X becomes a child of Vimal. So you can put, you can press enter, then a capital X equals Sahan. That means X equals Sahan means X is a what we call the qualified value or eligible value. That means satisfying the condition where X should be the child of person called Vimal. Now it is pending. You can see the cursor is blinking with the white space. After white space, so you can put semicolon on the keyboard. Then you can seek for the other possible candidate values or the qualifiers, if any. So once you press the semicolon button on the keyboard, that lists you, that specifies you another possible matching value, that is Shehan. That means Vimal has two children named Sahan and Shehan. That means there are two matching values for this particular knowledge. That means Vimal's children. So here's a different representation. This question specifically attempt to ask whether Vimal has any children. Whether Vimal has any children. It doesn't worry about whether who are the children. That means the specific names of the children. So some funny answer is given. Vimal equals Mala. Vimal equals Mala. Let's try to find the reason of this particular funny interpretation. Then I put colon. Again Vimal equals Mala. Again Vimal equals Vimal. Again Vimal equals Vimal. What is this? Because I have used this underscore instead of capital X. Capital X is a variable. Find we are asking the Prolog compiler to find the matching values for the capital X, which is a variable. Here what has happened, child underscore Vimal means I tried to figure out whether Vimal has any this capital. I have used capital W. I think you can see that hardly. I think I can try to yeah. You can see font. Okay, now you should see if I ask the question like this, simple Vimal. So that is the known knowledge, known value, simple Vimal. Okay, that means simple Vimal means the Vimal who is starting with the lower case. This is the appropriate questions. I have done a mistake here. I have specified capital W, okay, which is not a stored knowledge. That's why that gave some funny answers, fancy answers. This time, this is the correct way of answering the question. Does Vimal have any children? True. True and white space blinking. That means that may have some other alternatives or other values, matching values. True means I didn't ask to specify the names of the children of Vimal. Instead of I have asked whether Vimal got some children. That's all I want to know. I'm not worrying about the names of the children belongs to Vimal. True, white space blinking. Then once I put semicolon, another true. Why there are two truths? Two truths means what? That means Vimal has two children. According to the knowledge, this side, Vimal has two children called Sahan and Shehani. Then we will try to understand what happened here. So I have specified the Vimal as the parameter, second parameter. First parameter was underscore, second parameter as a capital W, starting with a capital W. So once you start a parameter with a capital or uppercase letter, the compiler does recognize as a variable, something like capital W or capital X. That means whether some lowercase letters followed by the capital letter doesn't matter. Still, this is a variable. The whole term, the entire term starting with capital W is considered as a variable. That means something like child, open bracket, underscore, comma, capital W or capital X. So if you don't understand what I am saying, I can simulate that. Let's do capital W or capital X. Okay. Then you should get the same response. Mala, W equals Mala, W equals Mala, W equals Vimal, and W equals Vimal. So now I think now you should understand what happened here. The compiler or the program tries to match mapping instances or matching values for a variable capital variable Vimal, capital Vim, this one. Variable, this is a variable like capital W. So this Vimal is not a value here, it's a name here, it's a variable here. So it tries to match the matching values for the this relationship. That means the second parameter. Matching values for the second parameter. So this is the relationship. So this is the that means this question has asked about a relationship with two parameters, something like this. It has two parameters, okay, x comma y. So actually what the compiler has done is it has secant, it has it tries to match the values for the second parameter, this one. So what is the second parameter? So this is the inverse of parent. Inverse of parent means something. We take this as the example. Inverse of this relationship means what? Inverse of this pair. This means parent Vimal Shehani. Then, if you change this as a child relationship, then these should be swapped. Okay. So what I have done is I have represented this knowledge in different form. Okay. According to this rule, what we have given is only this one. But according to this rule, that means the child is the inverse relationship of the parent relationship. So this knowledge will be generated internally, or this knowledge is realized or understood by the compiler or interpreted by the compiler internally, which is not visible to us. That means there's a relationship child, Shehani, Vimal. Then once you put something like this here, it's a very annoying text editor. So I have asked something like this. Okay. Now this is underscore and this is a variable. Then the program tries to match matching values for this variable, capital W. So what are the matching values? One value is Vimal. One value is Vimal. Okay. Then you can get the same once you convert, or once you map these three knowledge again into this relationship. you get Mala, and another Vimal as matching values. Here we got a matching value, here one matching value. So you get two Malas and another Vimal, because once you invert the idea of these facts into child, once you bring or convert this relationship into child relationship like this, okay, then these are these two values will be swapped now. Then Mala, again Mala, and again Vimal will be the matching values for this particular variable. So that's what happened here. Just because I have asked question with capital W, so there are 4 matching cases, 4 matching instances. This is this one. This is very annoying environment. I don't like personally this, but just because it is possible to increase the font and they appear the what we call the comments appear in different color. I'm using this this one, this one, this one, and this one will be the matching values. That's why for the this variable capital W starting with capital W gives or maps or finds 4 corresponding values. I think you get the idea. That means simply there's no difference between capital W and this term. Vimal term starts with capital. That means once you start a word with capital letter or uppercase letter, automatically that will be recognized as a what? Variable in the what we call the in Prolog environment. I think you got an idea how the inference is happening here. Inference means how these knowledge inferencing or knowledge coming to different conclusions. So making some new knowledge, deriving new knowledge using the existing knowledge. How that happens, I think you got an idea. So far we have this is these are the possible questions, about 12 questions. You can 12 different questions you can ask. You can go through the what you call the tutorial or the lab sheet that I have prepared for Southeastern University for self-study. Now we will try to slightly improve or expand the same example. Lab sheet 2, further improvement of the same program, the family tree example. So these this time I have changed some values. So what we call the values of these people, because I want to go for more complicated relationships. So I'm closing and I am taking a copy of this. Let's say family 2 or something. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to let's copy up to this point. Family 2, open with the text editor. You want to close the previous one. So I have created second what we call the prologue program. So let's examine the program. This is, since it's a very small screen, very hard to manage. So usual rules, this is I think very familiar to you now. Just a matter of changing the names of these people. Now you know this meaning of this one. Qasun is a male person, Rani is a female person, and Shanuka is a male person, Sanuki is a female person, Gunapala is a male person, Gunavati is a female person, and Rani is a parent of Qasun. Rani is a parent of, it should be Qasun. Okay, it should be Qasun. So it's mistakenly here. In the comment you can put capital letter, but don't make the mistake, the common mistake done by students. It is okay to start the name of the person with the capital letter only in the comment section. But if you do the, if you make here capital K, that will give different meaning. So now you have the idea. Fact number 3, what is Shanuka? It's a male person. Accordingly, fact number 4. Sanuki is a female person. Okay. Again, fact number 5. Gunapala is a male person. So fact number, I assume you follow me, okay? Fact number 6. Gunavati is a female person. And this should be then fact number 7. Fact number 7. Rani is a parent of Qasun. So I'm trying to build the relationships of this wife and husband, or the what we call the spouse like relationships, and these grandparent grandchildren relationship. I'm expecting to introduce that relationship, the bit complicated relationships in the family tree rather than the simple relationship parent and child. So accordingly, so same similar kind of a knowledge. Fact number 8. Qasun is a Qasun is a parent of Shanuka. Okay. Qasun is a parent of Shanuka. So and again fact number 9. Shihani. Do we have Shihani in the early session? Shihani. Shihani is a parent of Shanuka. It's already there. That means who are the parents of this person called Shanuka? Qasun and Shihani. Qasun and Shehani are the parents of Shanuka, mother and father of this Shanuka. That means the Shanuka should be the grandson of this family tree. Okay. Then apparently Gunapala and Gunavati are the people going to be the grandparents, grandmother and grandfather of this family. We will keep analyzing these again. What is the interpretation of this one? Again, so Qasun is a parent of Sanuki. Okay, so you can substitute the actual name of your family members. Remember, if you want to really understand this practice and practice this, what you can do is you can substitute, you can replace the values of these Qasun, Shehani, Gunavati, Rani, Gunapala, Sanuki with the actual names that are corresponding to you. So your name will appear somewhere here, and your parents' names will be there, your sisters and brothers' names will be there, and your in future your brother-in-laws or your sister-in-laws names will be there, your grandfather, your grandparents' names will be there, and if your sisters or brothers are having their children, then you can introduce their names as well. So here we try to understand this family tree or the relationship between these individuals. Again, Shehani and Shanuki. Shehani going to be a parent of, this should be then 10, should be now 11. Shehani going to be a parent for, again, Sanuki. Now this couple, Qasun and Shehani, they must be the husband and wife. They must be the spouse. So these couple, Shehani and Qasun, have 2 children known as Shanuka and Sanuki. Okay. Then Gunapala and Gunapala and Gunavati should be the grandchildren married together. Sorry, grandparents married together. So we go for what we call the fact number 12, where Gunapala becomes a parent to who? To Vimal. Okay, and accordingly, fact number 13, Gunavati is going to be a parent of Vimal again. That means from father's side, from father's pedigree, Sanuka and Shanuki and Sanuki going to be the grandchildren, of course. From father's side, Gunapal and Gunavati going to be their parents. Again, Qasun, this is a kind of a different knowledge that we are going to introduce. So far, we have introduced the knowledge of parent and child relationships. Here, I have introduced a brand new relationship called husband, Qasun, Shehani. That means Qasun is not otherwise that will be a big problem. Okay, if you say Qasun is a husband of Shehani, then Shehani must be having more than one husband. Of course, it shouldn't be there. That means since Shehani should have only one husband, who is the father of her children, who is the children of Shehan according to this scenario? Shanuka and Sanuki. Shehan is the mother of Shanuka and Sanuki. Okay, so Kasun is the father of that two grandchildren called Sanuki and Shanuka. Shehan is married to Kasun. Therefore, Kasun is the husband of Shehan from another perspective, from another point of view. Kasun is the parent of Shanuka and Sanuki. That means he is the father. So far, these are only facts. There are 14 facts. You can introduce more if you like. But I think that will be too much for today. Therefore, I'm going to... so here are... now there are 14 different facts. Okay, now I am going to introduce some rules. Okay. Okay, what is the questions? Questions are not there, so we will try to understand. We will introduce these first these two straightforward what we call rules. Now from this point onwards we are starting the rules. So that means these all 14 things are facts. Okay, now only rules. Now I'm going to introduce rules. Okay. Okay. First rule, mother. Okay. First rule, what is the qualification, what is the situation, or what is the condition we need to satisfy to become a mother of somebody? So what is mother? Mother XY. That means X is a mother, not a mother. X is the mother of Y. Okay. X is the mother of Y. We keep this for a while. Okay. So X is the mother of Y. Okay. What you say? If X is the mother of Y, I'm typing the meaning of this. Okay, rule. If X is the if X is the mother of Y, X is the mother of Y, okay, then what? Then so I will tell the same thing again. I will first interpret this one. Okay, that means if X is a parent of Y, I first explain this one. If X, the first parameter, first variable, if X becomes a parent of Y, okay, then what? Then if that situation is satisfied, we meet that requirement. If that means X becomes a parent of Y, that means X becomes a parent of Y, that means this part. Then what? Then again, then X is the mother of y. Is that all? Okay. Something similar, no? If x is a parent of y, then x is a mother of y. So this is somewhat incomplete. So what is the incompleteness of this sentence? All the time x becomes a parent of y, then x becomes the mother of y. How it is possible? So I would say one particular time x becomes a father, still he is a parent of y. So according to this expression, then also x becomes the mother of y. It shouldn't be like that. That is why an additional condition is specified. So what is the second condition we need to satisfy, or what is the second condition we need to meet? So this is the second condition. If capital X is a parent of y, then before applying then and we need to satisfy another condition, then only we can interpret X is the mother of y. So what is this second condition? This part, X is a female person. I think you got the idea. Okay, I cut this and put this at the beginning. Okay, then you can understand this easily because you can see the whole text at once. So what this is the meaning of this one. If X is a parent of y, if X is a parent of y, okay, fine. And so this is the so remember in prologue. So other than to separate the these parameters, so we can use this what we call this comma to denote the term and in conventional programming. That means you remember some programming languages use something like this, okay, to denote the and condition, okay, and condition checking. So this is the literal meaning or the English meaning of this particular condition or the rule. If X is a parent of Y, that means this is this part. If X is a parent of Y, that means this part, the highlighted part. And means this one, comma. And X is a female person. That is this part, female X. Then you can have the output. Then, of course, X becomes the mother of Y. So this is how you define complex rules. It's not complex actually. If you have seen the actual rules, the governing rules of a typical expert system, this is not complex. This is not complicated. Still, it's a very simple rule, but that maybe you may feel it is a complex rule because so far we haven't studied up to this extent. Okay, so this is how you define bit complex. Actually, this is a complex rule. This is a somewhat a composite rule. That means two conditions need to be satisfied, and we are joining. We are giving the and condition by using a comma, and this is the this once you complete these both conditions. Once you complete both conditions, so this is the ultimate output. Okay, better we now we can there are some other situations, but for today, since it is running out of time, So I will comment this so I can delete this. So you can have this one as well here. Here, okay, that will make you understand, and I will delete this for a while, temporary. Okay, now I'm going to run this and check this one, family 2. I will open up with SWI Prolog, and I need to load this setting. This time it is family 2. True, it gives some warnings and finally gives true. That means there are some incomplete knowledge that which will make the compiler in troubles. That means it will be difficult to infer some important knowledge, but still you can continue because the overall comment we got is true. That means it's linked. Linked means it's successfully compiled with warnings. With warnings means there can be some shortcomings. That means some unexpected, or there will be, it will be difficult to determine some important inferencing or importing conclusions or observations, but still we can continue querying. Okay, so what are the questions that can be asked from based on this knowledge? Based on this knowledge, so what are the things we can ask? So first I will ask some very basic questions. Male Qasun, I want to verify the knowledge and whether it is linked and functioning with the compiler. This should give the answer true, because this is kind of a cross-checking or verification of a existing straightforward rule. True. Okay. And what are the other question I can ask? Capital X. That means match all the list me all the male people. Qasun. Once I put semicolon. Shanuka. Gunapala. There are 3 male persons in the list, in the knowledge, in the compiled knowledge. So I can further ask male underscore. That means are there any male people? We don't need the names specifically, but are there any male people in the list? Remember, you have to put the punctuation mark. True. Yes, one possible one matching answer. True. True. There are 3 cases. That means with regardless of the names of the male people, there are 3 male people. So I can ask some other questions. Of course, accordingly you can ask using the term female, or rather than I am going for the parent relationship. Parent capital X comma Qasun. Okay, who are the parent of Qasun, or matching values for the X. So I go according to the knowledge we are provided. Qasun has only one parent. That means Qasun's mother's name is only available. That means the details of Qasun's mother only available in the Prolog program. That means no sign of Qasun's, no tracking of Qasun's father. Is that true? Qasun becomes a parent, Qasun becomes a father for 2 children, but there's only one occurrence. Qasun appear as a child. Qasun, only this one, okay? Qasun, no Qasun appear as a son of somebody. That means Qasun father is missing here. Okay, let's put that for a while. Keep that away for a while. And what are the other questions? Let's take different think Sanuki, who is having both parents, Kasun and Shehani. Okay, Kasun got both parents. Sanuki got both parents, Kasun and Shehani. Okay, so what are the other typical questions can be asked? Why? Please specify why. Then that will list down all the parent-children couples, pairs. It is not ethical to say couples. All the parent-child relationships, so the pairs. One possible pair is the Rani Kasun. Other pair is Kasun Shanuka. Kasun is a father, parent of Shanuka. That means he's a father of Shanuka. Another one is Shehani is a parent of Shanuka. That means the mother of Shanuka. Kasun is the father of Sanuki. And Shehani is the mother of Sanuki. And Vimal, Gunapala is the father of Vimal. And Gunavati is the mother of Vimal. So there are about 6-8 parent-children relationships according to the knowledge we have specified. Now I am going to ask this question: husband XY X and X equals Kasun, Y equals Shehan. That means okay, Kasun is the husband of Shehan. If I want to ask the question whether Shehani is a married person, okay, whether Shehani is a married person, okay. So how to ask this question? Whether Shehani is a, remember these type of questions I will ask at your examination point of view, at your examination. So if I want to ask the question whether to check whether Shehani is married or not. So this is the way that you can ask the same question from the prologue. Husband underscore, that means there can be some value. We are not worried about the value. Anyhow, Shehani got a husband. True. True means Shehani has a husband. That means Shehani is a married lady. If you want to ask the husband of Shehani, let's say capital H. If you want to know the name of the husband of the Shehani, Kasun. Okay. And if you want to know the wife's name, okay, W. So if you want to ask a question from the prologue, find the wife's name of the Kasun. Who is Kasun's wife? So this is how we are going to ask the question from the prologue. Who is the wife of Kasun? So this capital W is a variable now. So we don't know the value. The prologue is going to find the corresponding or matching value of the name of the Kasun for us using this W variable and according to this query format. Shehan. Okay. So Kasun's wife is Shehan. Okay, I think it's straightforward now. So I'm going to ask I'm going to question regarding the knowledge that we have compiled, or that means that follows the rule that requires to follow the rule specified here. What is the rule we have specified here? This one, the mother child relationship. So now I'm going to ask a question. I'm going to query mother. I'll first ask the straightforward direct question. List down me the mother-child relationships, mother-children relationships, the matching values. First pair, Rani Kasun. Rani Kasun. Okay. The program finds Rani becomes the mother of Kasun. They are blinking after white space. That means there can be, it may have more than one possible answer. So matching value pairs. Gunavati and Vimal. Another matching pair, Gunavati becomes a mother of Vimal. Is that okay? Is that true? See here, Gunavati Vimal relationship is introduced or specified as a parent-child relationship. But here, the Prolog program is capable enough of detecting the mother-child relationships rather than parent-child relationship. We have, in the knowledge, we have only parent-child relationship in facts, but according to following this rule that finds the corresponding relationship, so the infer the knowledge using the facts provided and the following the rule specified here. So this is kind of a direction, so guidelines that we provide to infer or come to intelligent conclusions using the available knowledge, which is stored or the knowledge represented in the form of facts. These are the facts of the knowledge. So this is the inference rule, or how to come to conclusions, how to derive new knowledge, how to find new knowledge, how to create new knowledge, find or see unseen relationships of people or in this family tree using the directives, or what we call the this is what we call the inference rule, or this is kind of another form of knowledge. This is a straightforward knowledge you store in facts. So this is kind of a very tactful format of knowledge. That means this is what we call the kind of a, actually even we don't know what are the all combinations, what are the all possible matching values, what are the all relationships existing in this family tree. So maybe even we can't see, because once we introduce more people and more relationships, more relationships like in-laws, brother-in-laws, mother-in-laws, and cousins, grandchildren, grandparents, once we uncles, aunties, once we introduce more relationships and more people to this program, then it will be complicated and it will be difficult to perceive, understand these things, find the matching values for the human eye, even for us manually sometimes. Therefore, so see these the power of what we call the capacity of these what we call Prolog. So it could easily find the mother-child relationships, which is not directly stated here. It's not directly specified here. So that just because of following this rule, this inference rule, and using this static knowledge, that has inferred some intelligent knowledge that has come to some intelligent conclusion that Rani is the mother of Kasun and Gunavati is the mother of Vimal. I think now we are gradually understanding and getting familiar this Prolog environment. That means step by step, gradually. I think that's okay. That's enough for today. So we will introduce more complicated rules and relationships. We will introduce more complicated relationships in the next day, by the next day, using this kind of composite rules. Okay. So I think it's enough for today. I think you have I assume you could enjoy by following me. If it is not, let me know. So sorry if you could not follow me due to some technical barrier, and there were so many power interruptions happened, and as a reason the session was delayed. That's why we are doing. We have to do up to 4:15. So I think you enjoyed and you got something. Somebody let me know the status, or what we call the can't find the chat box. So you can turn on your microphones. How was it? Was it interesting or was it difficult to follow? Uh, how do you find? How do you feel?
It is interesting, sir.
Okay. Okay. We will meet by tomorrow evening. Tomorrow evening you are having the distributed computing. For those who are following the course module, they can join for tomorrow's session. So the next Monday you will be not having any lectures of mine, because I'm having this examination duty at University of Ruvuna for this what we call the aptitude test, and I'll be coming back to university, traveling to university from Madara by next Monday. Therefore, next Monday you don't have any lectures. For the AI people, you don't have any lectures anymore in this during this week. And for the those who are following this, what we call the parallel and distributed computing, they are having 3 more sessions tomorrow evening, day after tomorrow evening, and Friday morning. So I think that's all for today. Thank you very much for your cooperation and your feedback. Uh, we will meet next day. Okay. Have a nice day and good night.